careful here.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away.
Nyheim Hines now out of his end zone. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They've been outplayed early, no question, down 14-0 already as they come up 1st and 10. They're going to start the drive here on the ground with Patterson. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. Well, let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains, that means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Here's a throw over the middle. It's taken in by his tight end.
And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 at the 41. He'll drop to throw. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Well, touch and time here critical for those types of throws. He put a lot of zip on that one. Needed just a little bit more finesse trying to get it to his back.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. He'll look to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw.
They'll get this into the hands of Van Jefferson.
That almost, but not quite. Needed 10. He got 9. 4th down.
They'll go. It's Patterson.
And they will touch him down, but not before he gets the first. The 4th down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on 1st down. They're going to look to throw. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
On 2nd down, a run with Patterson.
Down to about the 22 here. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
That was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Here comes play number 9 now as they come up on a 3rd and 3. From the shotgun, he'll look to throw.
And a throw for Pittman is intercepted. And the Bears are going to take over at their own 13-yard line. CD, I know it's just his 2nd year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape, he's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, 2nd year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. 1st and 10. Here's Fields. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
I think he had to unload that one before he wanted to. He was right up in his grill. I think he was a dentist there without a license, don't you?
Just not enough time for the play to develop. Just lucky it wasn't a fumble, really.
Back to the air, Fields on 2nd down. And this will be caught by Mooney.
4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that, you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch. Now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up 1st downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. I don't care who you put on him, he's going to be a handful of one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe needs some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
Fields throw pulled in by Hopkins. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. A 14-yard gain there as they look to improve this 14-point lead. 2 first downs have them up near midfield now on 1st and 10. Fields throwing again. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, that's into double coverage and intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons are going to have it here as they'll start at their own 7. Charles, that makes now 5 interceptions and not even 5 quarters. Remember, he threw 4 picks last week.
And this turns into a tough situation because a lot of fans, the first thing is, oh, well, we need to change quarterbacks. This is your guy. This is your elite player. You can't just take him out like that. If I'm the coach, I make a little joke and say, you know some big guy, we're going to change the football. So it's obvious that's the problem. It's not you. Keep firing.
Running the counter, Patterson. Oh, he's got a little dent. Cordell Patterson. The 40. The 20. Touchdown, Falcons. Maybe that is the boost that this offense needed.
They've done nothing the entire half, but out of the blue comes this big shot here. You're exactly right. Like a dunk in basketball, like a home run in baseball, maybe a solo shot. Sometimes you need that big play to get things ignited.
Koo able to connect on the extra point, and that'll make our score 14-7. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. And by rule, that comes out to the 40-yard line, so good opportunity for this offense with solid field position. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at the 40. Now it's Fields. And he fires one incomplete.
I certainly thought he had an open look beyond the first down marker to his receiver, but they just couldn't connect, and that will send them back to the drawing board.
So 2nd down and 10. Once again, they'll go from the 40. Now Fields. And this throw incomplete. Well, the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Well, you most certainly don't want to go 3 and out here and get the football right back because your friend, Old Momentum, he's wondering if he should change sidelines about right now. And if you don't convert here, guess what? He's going to make the trek to the opposite side, and all of a sudden, you've got a battle on your hands.
Throwing on 3rd down, Fields. That's complete to Mooney. And he'll only get this to the 47. He needed a few more yards to pick up the first. That'll go for a gain of 7. And that'll bring up 4th down. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. At their own 20-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Well, the football changing hands here, and as this offense takes the field, Charles, they'd be fine with more of the same on this upcoming drive. Last time out, they found the end zone for 6.
And they're certainly hoping for more of the same, but the game plan, I doubt it'll just be a carbon copy of the last drive because I think this offense is ready to break out some new wrinkles and try some new things that might be hidden in their playbook. They want to use that confidence to its advantage while also keeping the defense from anticipating what's up next.
A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now back to throw. To Jefferson on the slant. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll leave him with 3rd and a full yard to go.
That was a nicely run slant route, and what the receiver's trying to do is make the defender think he's going upfield for a deeper route, and then breaks it off, usually after about 3 to 4 steps, and cuts towards the middle of the field. And now what he's trying to do is use his body to keep the defender away from the football and get the quarterback a really nice target.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Bears are going to take possession of the football. A young quarterback, Charles, rolling to his right. I know he's right-handed, but is that one that maybe a veteran sticks in his pocket?
I think so, but you have to remember with young quarterbacks, it may take a few years before they get all the stuff out of them that they did earlier in their career or even in their college days when they were used to being dominant. In this case, the NFL veteran defense ended up winning the battle.
Here's a handoff out of the gun. Eventually wrangled down before reaching the 20, but a strong run. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
A good run, got 7 on first. Here's 2nd and 3. Off play action, Fields. And, oh, it's incomplete. Oh, that would have been 6 points, but somehow he couldn't rein it in.
After all the preparation, all the practice, a play like that will absolutely break your heart. They had everything they wanted, just unable to complete it. In the end zone, a big-time drop.
Fields on 3rd down, and he's going to be brought down at about the 16.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
Fields on 1st down. Touchdown Bears! Chase Claypool, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bears go up by 2 touchdowns. Well, on that connection, it looked like they maybe had some pre-play communication. Maybe one of them noticed an area that was open to the defense to get the pass to.
When you put the time in, sometimes you have that great silent communication that you just noticed right there, because the best quarterback-receiver combos in the NFL, they know how to make those adjustments at the line of scrimmage when they see something pre-play, and they got it done there.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now 21-7. The Bears send the kicking team out there, and they will send this one away. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this, because even the best of the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you, and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 127 yards rushing for him, as he has been tough to stop here in this first half.
Well, as we've learned over the years, just because a guy plays left tackle doesn't mean he doesn't have run blocking abilities, and we just saw it there. Controlled the line of scrimmage, created a big gain.
That's kind of a bonus. He's there to protect that high value that you have back under center, but he creates space in the run game.
Yeah, not only can he dance, he can mash, too.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to sub some guys out, bring in extra people, maybe change what they're doing on the defensive side of the ball. But right now, they're running the ball very well right at them and right up the middle.
And what is this? They're lining up here to punt on first down. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Rolling to his left. And he wisely will throw that one away.
Well, it will look like a march to the end zone has hit a momentary roadblock with that incompletion. No need to panic. They just got to come up with a high percentage play call and see if they can get their offense back on track.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And this time he's got the hookup. It's complete. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 23. A good gain of 14 there, and it moves the chains. To the ground now. Patterson. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. Here's Patterson again. And he'll go down right on the edge of the red zone following a pickup of about 7 or 8. That will go as a pickup of 7 on the 7th play of the drive. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. So it's 3rd and 6, and this will be the 8th play of the drive. 3rd down, here's Patterson. No gain there on the play, and that's going to leave him with a 4th down. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it prior to what will be an important 4th down. Fourth down, and the attention turns to Falcon kicker Younghoe Koo. From the left hash, this from 37. And that is no good. And this will remain a 2-touchdown game.
Boy, that's 3 points you really expect to have. That's nothing more than a lack of concentration to me, because an NFL kicker should make this kick in his sleep.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. They have been red hot, sometimes white hot here in this first half. They're just looking to add to that total right now.
And this has to serve as a reminder to myself, because so many times I get wrapped up in the play calling, how they've sequenced things, how it's run. But you know, at the end of the day, it's still execution. Those guys out on the field, and right now they are locked in and really looking good.
They'll try to continue to be locked in here as we get ready to approach halftime. On first down, it's Fields. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. Call that a very strong gain of 24.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
On 1st and 10, here's Fields. And he he just gets rid of it, throws it away. A wise move there, looked like nobody open, now second down.
Nice progress down the field was halted by that incompletion. They could try for some safe yards here to get things moving again, or keep throwing it and pushing it downfield to try and pick up bigger yardage.
One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. One play action. Fields. DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And they are able to stop it, but he does take it all the way to the 2. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they'll try again here, 1st and goal after the false start. Here's Fields. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward.
Oh, he's brought down. And remember here, no timeouts left. They got to get to the line quick.
So we have come to halftime in what's already a 2-touchdown game. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. It'll be Falcons football, and they trail here as we get back underway on EA Sports. Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. All in all, pretty manageable deficit, Charles, here as they start this 3rd quarter offensively when you consider the fact that in the first 2 quarters, they had 2 costly turnovers.
I think you laid it out there perfectly, partner. Very tough to hold a lead going into the break if you continue to hand it over on multiple drives.
Yeah, and obviously, Charles, it would be very tough to climb back into the game if those turnovers continue.
I would say borderline impossible. You keep turning it over, I don't know how you make up a deficit.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again.
That's caught left side to tight end Pitts.
And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. False start's going to push him back, but these days, how hard must it be to be an offensive lineman?
It's very hard, Brandon. You've got defensive linemen flinching, trying to draw you offside. You've got the loud crowds, and there are just so many super athletic players on defense now that you have to deal with each week. But through it all, these guys just sit in there for 4 quarters and slug it out.
They'll get a yard, that's all, as they get him down at the 28.
2nd and 14. It'll be a gain of 5. And 3rd and 8 now.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it could turn into a big gain downfield. What a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
On play action, they'll throw. Oh, going for Jefferson downfield. And unable to connect. Incomplete. And give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Now a 1st down throw. Fields in trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. It looks like a 12-yard loss there on the 1st down sack.
Well, partner, we know they came out of the locker room down on the scoreboard, but I will guarantee you the defensive side of the ball got super emotional. They can come out and play with aggressiveness, with fury, because they don't have to be quite as precise, and it paid off for them on that play, didn't it?
Sure did. Excellent play, really setting the tone for this 3rd quarter. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he was able to shed 1 tackle, but could not get away from there. Give him 5 yards on the run there, but it'll leave him with a definite 3rd and long on the horizon. They'll fake the handoff. Now Fields. He'll rifle this one deep right side.
Well, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked off by A.J. Terrell. And the Falcons will take over possession here up at the 44. So a potential momentum shifter there, working with a 2-score lead, 3rd quarter, but that not the smartest of throws.
I would agree with you on that one, because this game is still very much in the balance. It felt pretty one-sided to this point, but now...
And he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard in 2nd and 11. The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. On the move to his left.
Well, that'll be incomplete. Well, he took a shot as he let that go. And it's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Well, defensively, they haven't let him just sit in the pocket and get comfortable, and that's opposite a lot of game plans in today's NFL. Ordinarily, you're trying to keep the quarterback hemmed in. In this case, they brought the heat, and if he flushes out, they're fine with that, and they force another incompletion.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. And it's hauled in by Austin Hooper. And he's brought down, getting this one up to about the 35. They may want to go back to that one. First play of the drive, good for 15 and a 1st down. Fields going to get that outline to Mooney. And he went nowhere. Well, he went backwards, back to the 33. That one unable to develop, never got going. A loss of a couple, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw, Fields. And this will be caught at the 30. Touchdown!
Claypool with his second TD of the game, his 6th on the year. And the Bears take a 3-touchdown lead. Point after, up and good. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns in 21. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
It'll be a gain of 10 to start the drive out by a few inches. That'll be a first down. Just a simple tap pass, but it pays off in a big way.
And sometimes the simple stuff causes the most problems for a defense because there's a breakdown in communication there. When that receiver goes behind the line of scrimmage and it looks like he's going in motion, someone either has to go with him or he has to be passed off to another defender. Somehow they didn't get that communicated well, and it turned into a nice play.
15 yards, first down, Atlanta.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a first down.
He's going to air one out. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
I'm glad you're with us from Soldier Field in Chicago. Third quarter here, 2nd and 10. Out of his hands quickly to Pittman. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 38-yard line. They pick up 12 on the play there, and they move the chains. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away.
Well, partner, they certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. He'll look to throw. Hit as he throws there, incomplete. He's had trouble finding open receivers all game, CD, and that's because really there hasn't been many. This defense has been all over him.
Yeah, they're one of the better defenses in the league, and every time I talk to someone around the NFL, they all say the exact same thing. They're so fundamentally sound, it's hard to execute against them.
Again, he'll drop to throw. And that will be incomplete. The passing windows are just not there, and that's just another example of how great this defense has been all game long.
And that's exactly what a top 10 defense can do. They can really change the game tempo and frustrate you as you try to execute offensively.
They'll look to throw again. And it's going to be batted down. It will go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bears will get the football back. Fields and the Bears now with a 1st and 10 at their 38. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield.
Right off the bat, it's a first down to start the drive, 12 yards.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
A play fake, now Fields to throw. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And this is incomplete. Oh, that looked like a sure 6 points, but he could not get that to stick, and that is a golden opportunity wasted there.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
Calling no gain on the run there, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his 3rd down play as we've played 3 quarters. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. This offense on 3rd down today, they've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. From the 50, here's Fields. The hook up on the right side to Hopkins. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 38-yard line. Play action. It's Fields. Going right back to DeAndre Hopkins. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. A very solid gain of 27. Still throwing the football here, even with the big lead.
Yeah, I know you and I came up in a different era and we think about sportsmanship and all that. Other people think about fantasy points and getting their numbers. That's all they care about right now.
On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Showed off the toughness, but still corralled shy of the 5 at the 6. Good gain there on 1st down. It keeps them in a running situation, probably.
They did everything right on that play, didn't they? They got the leverage up front, good blocking, nice hole for him, ends up picking up nice yardage, stays in bounds to keep the clock rolling. They are in charge of this scenario right now. They want to stay that way.
And not in any rush offensively. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. Now 2nd and 5. Snap will come from the 6. They'll run the option left. Fields hit and the ball is loose. And the Falcons grab it. And he'll go down inside the 15 at his own 13-yard line. He let one slip away last week as well, so now 2 fumbles lost in as many weeks.
Well, we were out at practice, and we watched him work. And what did his quarterback coach talk about all week?
Being a 2-hand monster.
And we looked at each other, 2-hand. Oh, I get it, 2-hand monster. Both hands on the football, taking care of it, putting it away so the ball doesn't get dropped. I think this offense, specifically this running game, they're going to have to find a way to turn the page because they haven't found a way to run it effectively thus far, and it's cost them.
Toss it out right here to Patterson. And able to find a little space. He gets us up over the 15 to the 16. It'll be a 5-yard pickup there. So from 2nd and 13, they're back to a more manageable 3rd and 8.
And there we saw one of the downsides of blitzing during a rundown because sometimes you get out of your gaps. You don't fit the run quite as well because you're headed towards the ball carrier with abandon.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. They'll look to throw here. His his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
They lead big, and a major part of that has been how they've taken their play to a whole new level this second half. No points allowed since the break, and you can add another incompletion to the total number that they forced in this runaway contest.
Fielded just inside the 20. So possession goes over here on the punt, and the Bears take over. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive.
Well, the win for them at this point seems pretty assured. I mean, still a decent amount of time left here in the fourth quarter, Charles, but you got the football, you're up 3 scores. They have to be feeling really good about where they're at.
I love your observation skills, partner, because I think you saw them charge onto the field fired up about another chance to get into the end zone. Looks to me like this group is ready to crush any hope left on the opposing sideline, and they want to do it with some gusto, too.
Over the middle, complete. That's Hopkins. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. Back-to-back plays of right around 30 yards, and the field position has totally been flipped.
This is a quarterback that's already in the top 100 all-time in passing yards, but that last throw going to move him past Roger Staubach on the all-time list. Roger Charles at 22,700.
Don't forget, he also won 2 Super Bowls, played from 1969 to 1979. And I would dare say Rodgers' numbers would be larger. But remember, he had a commitment to the Navy. A graduate of the Naval Academy. Back then, you had to serve your 5-year.
Yeah, he's got Mooney in the end zone. Touchdown, Chicago. It's a 6-yard touchdown pass. And the Bears look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Trying to bust out of that losing funk, and these fans have to like this. And all right, fellas, this is more like it.
And I know that if this holds up after the game, they're going to give the fans a lot of credit being at home, getting the support. But you and I both know it goes deeper than that. They had to get it together in their own facility, look each other in the eye and say, okay, what's it going to take to break this losing streak? And they really came together with a good week of practice.
Out of the end zone, here comes Hines. And that decision to bring it out ends up not being a good one. Costs him about 5 yards as he's tackled at the 20. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line. Where we stand right now in the fourth quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again. And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. 19 yards that time for number 19.
And with this game well in hand, perhaps we are seeing the coverage lighten up a little bit as they got burned there a bit for a first down.
But we certainly know the coach isn't happy along the sideline because he certainly wants them to finish this one out the way they started it. He doesn't want to give up any soft completions, no late points. He wants this lead to stay right where it is.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
I do think it's fair to say that they were caught off guard a little bit when he decided not to throw it on first down. But give them credit. They recovered in time to deny him the first down yardage. But it's only second and short. So that run is still likely to lead to a new set of downs.
Escaping the pressure right. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's third down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Back to throw here. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Eddie Jackson picks it. All smiles and high fives on that defensive sideline. That interception will cap off what was truly a tremendous performance.
Yeah, if you can hold a team to 7 points in the NFL, that's the kind of day that you feel really good about. Now, I do know a few guys are going to think to themselves, held them to 7. If we'd made one more play, could have had our shutout.
They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll take this one up close to the 25-yard line. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to loft one deep left side here. He's got a man complete. And he's brought down here just outside of the 20. Quite a show of arm strength right there. That was in the air for a long time, and it was on target, too.
And he made that look effortless, didn't he? I mean, he's had a great game throwing the football. This is going to add to his yardage total in a big way. It's one thing to be accurate on your short and intermediate throws, but when you're hitting the bombs like those, look out.
Off play action, Fields. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
But their passing attack, even though that one was incomplete, has been really sharp in this one. It's resulted in a lot of touchdowns, and it looks like they're not going to stop throwing the football until the very end of this one.
Well, that will certainly make everyone involved on offense pretty happy because that gives them all a chance to pad their stats a bit. But as far as the actual need, you and I both know they can just run this clock out because this one, it was over a long time ago.
Flag comes in. This might be a free play. Shakir hauls it in. And they've got this down to about the 12-yard line. And that one was relatively easy to see. I noticed that from up here.
Yeah, it doesn't take a whole lot, does it? Sometimes you get multiples. What I always love on these offsides is when each side points at the other. Hey, you did it. No, you did it. They deciphered that one correctly.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. They picked up 5 yards last time. Now they double it and get 10 here. They probably don't need to run a play here, but you wonder if they're going to be able to resist on 1st and goal.
Now it's Fields.
Flush to his right. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, I think he's just grateful to get back to the line of scrimmage and avoid not just losing yardage, but a big hit on that play as well. That defense closed on him quick and forced a quick surrender out of bounds.
Second down and goal.
Fields.
And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
A CD, they're up big, but they're still passing it. I mean, this is an offense that's had a lot of success in this game, and it seems like they're just having fun out there.
And it does feel like there's been a shift out there, doesn't it, partner? Listen, if you're up, you can continue to do what you want to do. It's up to the other team to make you change how you do things. They'll continue to throw it around until stopped.
And this is going to result in losing yardage. They're driven back to the 8-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the 2nd quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
So for Chicago, they inch closer to respectability now at 3-6 on the year. And they'll hit the road next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, it's a loss that'll drop them back to 500 through 10 games. And they'll be on the road next week for a matchup with the Baltimore Ravens.